in India, I think one of our big risks, we still have the vestiges of the old system. It's very Marxist in its thinking that you are not allowed to have more than this. There's some artificial limit, a ceiling, where, oh, if you cross this, you spend this much, you say this thing, you own these other things, your children become like this, oh, then it's a problem.
Yeah.
And the media is full of this.
Yeah.
Right? I think that is very dangerous. And I'm not surprised, therefore, when founders make it, they want to talk less and less. I'm not surprised. The best VCs never come on, and I'm very honest about it. They'll never come and talk to the media.
Correct.
Right? Most VCs will only talk to the media once in 3 years when they launch a new fund because they're required to by policy. Otherwise, they don't want to come because success has this very weird gravity of things you don't want to deal with. Right? Yeah. It's not just true in India. It's true in Eastern Europe. It's true in Africa. In Africa, it's worse.
Yeah.
Right? Because more people further behind. So I think that we have to, as a people, I think millennials are going to be the generation that sets a tone that I don't care for someone's success. I'm more worried about mine. Right? The envy, the blinders to envy. I think I'm seeing that more in millennials.
Yeah.
Right? What will uncle say? What will auntie say? I don't care. Similarly, what is uncle making? What is auntie making? I don't care.
Correct. Yeah.
Right?
Both ways. Yeah.
I want this. I work this hard. I deserve to be paid this much. If my boss treats me badly, I get a better job. There's a certain belief in your individuality that is required for society to say how much he's making, who cares? Pay your taxes, don't be a criminal, right? Don't build your balcony above my land because that's illegal. Yeah, don't encroach, right? There's boundaries.
Yeah.
But if you're on your own property, you're doing what you want, cool.
Yeah.
Right? I think that's the millennial attitude. I think it's healthy. It has its problems, but it's healthy. I think next 10 to 15 years, I hope, I'm praying, that people are not made a victim of their success. And I think that's why Shark Tank is important. It makes people see success in real time. Getting a funding from all those entrepreneurs, it's a little bit adversarial,
but I don't
whatever.
think this is an India context.
It's a human context.
It's a human context.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's Indian. Like I said, it happens everywhere in Africa. It's all emerging economies, constant paranoia of being left behind. Yeah, take engineering, for example. Yeah. Every university brags about Google coming and giving one kid an 80 lakh job.
Right.
The pressure on the 1,000 other kids in that college, that batch, it's insane. They're all made to feel mediocre because they didn't get that job. Right?
Why is it that you think a burst of capital or becoming wealthy is always looked down upon, and whether it is the West, say the Zuckerbergs and so on, are the ones who are usually under the radar, as opposed to, say, someone like a Charlie Munger?
I think this is something I learned across multiple societies. First of all, the opportunity for success isn't the same in every country. Just in India, the opportunity for success in 2024 is very different from, say, 2007 when I was graduating 12th standard. It was impossible to dream of being a founder back then. In 2024, even school kids know what a founder is. And then all of them are hacking around trying to build AI apps now, right? So even one country can change, right, in a decade or a little bit more. And I think I saw the difference in the US and India. I also saw it turning in the US, right? Normally, when Amazon, Steve Jobs, when they went IPO in the 90s, it was a dot-com mania. It was a bubble. There weren't too many criticisms of them, saying, oh, they're getting too rich, they're getting too big, they get the stock price too high. They made it. They were on the Wired magazine, Forbes magazine. They were everywhere, right? But today, even if you make it to Forbes magazine, the guy who's writing a story about you, but he spends his money like this. There's always a criticism.
Yeah.
Right? No one criticized Jobs when he became a billionaire.
Likewise in India.
Right? So what I'm trying to say is this is not a India phenomenon. This is a human phenomenon. Yeah. And I think it comes from, again, this very Marxist origination that somehow it's a zero-sum game. Somehow him succeeding means I am somehow being stolen from. It's not.
It's not, yeah.
It never is, right?
Yeah.
If you think about it hard enough, we made up money. It doesn't exist. Powell decides to print more money, it's caused inflation. Gold is scarce, there's only this much around. Physical realities are different, but money is made up. And there's a fundamental elasticity to that we don't understand because we're not taught about how money works. Right?
Yeah.
So if you release yourself from this bias that I have to worry about what other people are making, or my first job matters, the Google job, if I don't get when I'm in year 4 in engineering in Bangalore, then I'm a failure. Right?
Interesting, yeah.
I think you suddenly get a little bit less pressure and you also get more clarity that, yeah, my life, I have many branches that are going to come in front of me. I should prepare for that.
Yeah.
Versus if I didn't make it now, I'm done. I should somehow feel sorry for myself. So I think there's a lot more things I can say, but it's definitely not an Indian phenomenon.